disappointing that someone and people who run all of our campuses decided that they were going to hide this, and that was very concerning. I've heard many people say, why the heck are you going to Penn State? Like, that is such a bad school. Do you hear what's happening on the news? And I can't help but think, why would you say that? This is a great school. We get a great education. Like, we have great professors. Nothing should change that. This is someone who made a really bad decision, and even though it affects all of us because we're all a part of this community, we have to become, like, above this. Because we are above this. This is someone who's very insecure with themselves and decided that the only way to do it was to do something terrible. So, in order for us to come above this, we have to keep calm and fight on. We are Penn State. Thank you.
And I think just to go along with that, like the media has been just portraying Penn State and our students as people who are not supporting the victims. And I think if we can show more support for the victims, and I think it'll help bring more positive media to the school and show just what true students we as Penn State students are. So.
Well, media was kind of not
Yeah.
The media wasn't really focused on the victims themselves, so why accuse us of not focusing on them as well when we are? It's not like we're not. Obviously, we're thinking of what happened, and it was terrible. But also, we have to be fair. So we have to be heroes every day.
I guess one of the hardest things about this whole incident is that, at Penn State we set just the highest standards in everything we do, in academics and sports, but morally as well. And so I think when you see a moral failing, on that level, it's even harder because, we've all gone through the Penn State school, we know on a personal level, what we live up to. So I think for me as an individual, I'm just going to keep trying to live up to what our standards are, because we haven't changed in trying to do our best in academics and athletics and behaving as individuals. So I guess if we each try and just keep doing what we're doing and more, we can kind of prove to everybody, this is who we are. We're the best of the best, and I know that from everybody I've met here. So, yeah.
Just one quick thing. This piece of paper here is for your thoughts on basically what is being discussed right now. So if anyone did not have an opportunity to write anything about how they feel, now is a good opportunity. All the thoughts that were shared today are very, very informative, and moreover, what you did about the Facebook, you could put that there. It would be a great way if people see it, they could definitely join. Okay? Let's continue with this. Does anyone else have any other comments? Anyone else have any other comments?
Guys, use this time to let everyone know how you feel. After this, our focus now is going to be on helping these victims out. This is our healing process, and after this, we really need to help out these victims. Because again, we need to move on from this. We need to get back to our normal lives of going to class. I mean, I'm so sick and tired of talking about this in classes. We're getting towards the end of the semester. Don't you think we should be focused on stuff with finals? Let's use this as the last day. That's it. After this, it's over. And let's just focus on getting how we feel out. And then after this, it's all about the victim. And you will see from SGA and the Lion Ambassadors and the Blue and White Society, everyone is trying to do something now. So after today, it's all about the victim. So please express how you feel now. This is your opportunity to do it.
raise your hand.
Back there, in the green? No? Okay. I saw like one of these.
Well, I like to just, I like to say that I'm sure everyone knows I'm deeply disturbed by this. I mean, all of us know the acts that took place are deeply inappropriate, and moreover, just to reiterate what everyone says, I think it's something that we should discuss, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's here now. It's something that needs to happen, so our reputation will not be diminished. Anyone have any other comments?
Well, don't have any shame. I think that this is such a big and controversial topic that can't necessarily be discussed all in like one sitting, and I think that our opinions can change when new information comes in, and I think that everyone should just take that little by little, day by day, and kind of deal with it as it comes, not really maybe like my opinion changed throughout the whole thing. Like at first I thought that maybe the firing wasn't fair, but then when I read more of like what happened in the grand jury report, I thought that maybe the firing led and like was kind of more in the fair direction. And I think that as individuals of Penn State, we each have a responsibility to now have the responsibility of ourselves as individuals to show that we're really respectful students and that we had nothing to do with it. And just be careful to like what you say with social media, because once you put something up there, I know that it's tempting, especially with the Temple students, to like comment back on the statuses that they write. And I think that change happens through individuals and really small things at a time. So I think that if everyone just takes the responsibility on themselves to just like keep the standard high and be respectful individuals, then I think that we can easily make comebacks just through those little changes.
And I think this also goes to show, like, as like we grow up and get into like the business world or whatever, like degree or whatever you're going to graduate with and go into your field of your career, like just shows you like you can't just like depend like on like a whole group. Like you have to like get to know like the individual person, because like we're not all like associated with the riots that all happened up there at Penn State, and so like it's just because of that say you're applying for a job and somebody's like, oh, I'm not going to hire you because you went to Penn State and they had that whole scandal thing so they're going to associate you with that riot. Like, if you're in their position, you have to get to know like a certain person. Like, you can't like with an interview, like you got to get to know them before like you can just like, you can't make like a book cover judgment. Like, just don't judge somebody, just get to know them before like you make a judgment about them.
Anyone else have any other comments?
No.
Hi everybody, I'm Matthew Shupp, I'm the Director of Student Affairs here on campus. I know many of you know me, but just to comment and echo some of Jane's comments, I think Brandywine is a wonderful place. It's an amazing place, and we're small enough where you have a tremendous amount of resources available to you, which may not be available to, let's say, students up at University Park just because of the tremendous size. And I think Jane's right. As this unfolds, emotions and opinions and thoughts and the way people view things will change. And that's okay. It's okay to be frustrated one day and angry the next and anxious about what's going to happen to Penn State as a whole because people are speculating and news stories and all the salacious stories coming out of the media. It's okay to be confused and frustrated. Just know that on campus you have a wonderful support system outside of your family and friends. So please utilize the counseling services, utilize your advisor, utilize a coach or someone that you are close to on campus just so that you have that support system. Because things are going to change as we go through this roller coaster. This is now part of a fabric as to our legacy as part of Penn State, and it's not really a great part, but all of us need additional support as we're going through it. So I just need you to know that it's okay. As faculty and staff, we're not immune to it. We're very, very, I think, emotional at times, and we at times struggle putting our own personal emotion aside to be the best support we possibly can to all of you. So just know it's okay. And if you're struggling, feeling a certain way, and you want to react on Facebook, it's not the best way to do it, but you do have a support system to help you through that. So just keep that in mind and know that.
Matt, a question for you. Is this going to affect us in any way financially, like our campus or just the Penn State tuition at all?
So Amy had the question, is this going to impact us financially or Penn State's tuition? I don't want to put anyone else on the spot to... My answer right now is, I don't think so.
Okay.
Do I think tuition is going to increase next year? Of course. Do I think it has to do because of this? No.
Okay, because there was rumors.
But I don't want to speak. I don't want to speak out of turn. From the information we've received now, or the lack thereof, nothing is being shared in that capacity whatsoever. Sophie, any other?
There was rumors going around last night on the internet that this whole Sandusky thing is going to increase our tuition. So
let me just say that I've heard some of the rumors about, funds going to pay for the defense of the people who are accused. Penn State already came out and said that they will be defending these defendants. And the fact is that the university is self-insured, and there's money set aside to cover occasions like this that come up. So it will not come from scholarship money or any other source.
All right. Any other comments?
Sure.
Hi, everybody. I'm Carrie Bowen. I'm an instructor in communication here at Penn State, and one of the things, and I walked in a little late, so if this was already touched on, then tell me to shut up and I will. But one of the things that I think that we also have to keep in mind is the ability to step back and objectively look at media coverage. Because I teach mass media, and I teach the ability to look at how the media functions as its own entity. And one of the things that students were so angry about, beyond Joe Paterno being terminated, was the fact that they felt he was already being tried in the media, and they felt that the media coverage was unjust, hence the attacking of a news van and news cars and reporters and all of that kind of stuff. And so I would encourage all of you to stop for a second before you read that internet article, before you read that newspaper article, before you listen to that 45-second package on ESPN or CNN or whatever, and I want you to actually look at it as an objective viewer. And what that means is you've got to remove your own personal, opinions and biases and really look at what the media is doing. And are they being fair, and are they being objective? And one thing that was pointed out to me is that Anderson Cooper, I believe yesterday, was interviewing Penn State students, but anybody that came out and said that they supported Joe Paterno, he stopped interviewing them. And is that really accurate coverage? If you're not giving both sides, because what the media's job is supposed to be, and what they actually do are two different things. And if you are a media literate person and you actually understand what the media's role is and what their job is and how they're actually supposed to operate, and you have that in your brain, and then you engage and you watch that media that's in front of you, you can see where things are not being fair. Some things are being fair, and some things are being accurate, and some things are being reported in a balanced way where both sides are being presented, and some things are not. And so to get frustrated and get angry without taking that few minutes to really make a judgment call of are they being fair and are they being accurate is only feeding more into a frenzy and more into a state of frustration and upset. Because we all get our information primarily from the media. So take a minute, that's the thing that I want to tell all of you, to take a minute before you get so mad at that reporter or that journalist or that news story and determine whether or not the people that are giving you the information are actually the best source of information. And you guys can all write letters to the editor of the Lion's Eye too. We're going to be printing letters to the editor You can do guest op-ed stuff, all that kind of thing. So the Lion's Eye is going to be covering this from now till it's over. And if you got questions about that, you can also ask me.
I also like to say too, in regards to the Lion's Eye also has a Facebook, as well as student government has a Facebook too. If there's any comments that you would like to make regarding this event, please feel free to do it. And we do ask
for no provocative word usage, no profanity, none of that. We are Penn State. Let's keep it that way. Okay. Any other comments?
All right, thank you everybody for coming out. We hope that this has really given you guys some closure in this whole scandal. And again, like Ms. Bowen said, the media is going to continue to blow this up. I mean, this is what's getting them ratings right now. But again, we know who we are. We know we weren't up there rioting. So just keep that in mind. And if anybody tries to put you down about being a student at Penn State, just tell them, you know what, I have pride in my school, and I wasn't up there, doing that stuff. So. All right. If anybody has any issues at all, I mean, we're here for you. Again, the Facebook. If you want to vent, I'd rather you vent to us than vent to the NBC 10 News and have them post it. I mean, again, we really need to show the respect levels and the pride that we have in the school. Okay. So thank you everybody for coming out, and again, we're here for you.
I'm sorry, just one more thing too, just to again reiterate. What we can do as to show Penn State pride is what we can do outside of Penn State. Volunteer your time in your local community, raise awareness, like I said earlier about the child abuse prevention. These are all things that can be done outside of campus, be nice to one another, all things that are all beneficial and benevolent to the image of this campus. Thank you.
I think